Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. Here's a return from the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First and 10. Here's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Dude, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
They send a man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Really, I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, as long as they get the win in the end.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
first down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Burrow from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's a quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The first red zone chance for the Bengals now. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. He stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
And the Bengals, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 13.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get it home. That's it.
Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
McPherson's kick is good. And that marked their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, early momentum with that field goal.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. It's an option right that begins this drive. Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
A gain of 15 yards.
On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
Throwing now on first down, Allen. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He's got this complete to James Cook. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First down.
Play action now with Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. They get 22 out of that play. And the Bills have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Couldn't get the screen set up properly, Brock. Pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on second down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Rose caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Allen will hold on to this. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Now backed up to the 8, third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Unable to connect with his running back. And now it's decision time on fourth and goal. Boswell able to knock it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
It's Bashard Smith now with the return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down, Burrow to throw. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down. stop him at the 39. No first yet, but they've got third and very short coming up.
Third and 1.
Burrow's going to sneak it. And this defense is going to win this ramp. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. It's a 3-3 game. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. And they're going to choose not to go for it here, and their punt team is out there. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Escapes the defender, and he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll work against the blitz. Here's a screen for Cook. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Allen on third down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he's been one of the central pillars of this offense this season. Right now sitting second in the NFL in receptions. Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and tremendous accuracy come to life.
All set now. First and 10.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was T.J. Sanders on the tackle. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Second and 9.
Burrow to the air now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On third down, here's Burrow. This connects with Higgins. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and that is T. Higgins, who's shaken up and receiving some assistance. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
On the play. Second and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Burrow. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Play action now, Allen. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Running back motions right. Back to the air, Allen. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Sent to the ground by Maxwell Hairston.
1-yard gain.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And no gain after the catch, but the gain still out across midfield. They're to the 45.
12 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
45-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
The
Bills offense all set for their next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Lofts it deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yards to go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Got his man, Shakir has it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Again, Allen to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Hit some space around midfield. He has this down to the 34. Give him 32 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st down, Allen. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's another Bills. 1st down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
From the red zone on 1st. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills earn the chance to tie before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Bills tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Burrow. Setting up the running back screen. This gets forward to around the 29. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
That's good.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
First down, Burrow to throw. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. To the air again, it's Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Again, it's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Quentin late on the coverage.
Sticking in the air. It's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip through the NFL starts now. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, we find the Falcons at home to take on the Bucs in an NFC South matchup. And it's Baker Mayfield hooking up with Jalen McMillan. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Bucs improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Amon-Ra St. Brown. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Lions have no problem in this one. They win it going away. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it's the man from Rocky Top, a few hours east of here, Dylan Sampson. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Browns win it by a touchdown, 24-17 the final. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks.
And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Allen on the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Second down now, they need 7.
Brings up second and 7.
To the air again, Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down.
They send the tight end in motion left.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Cook trying this one up the gut. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. And it's Carson Swessinger who got over there for the stop.
9-yard line.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Throwing here, Allen. Holding by his back, Cook. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. That one's going to be brought to an end by Shamar Stewart. Allen on third down. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Boswell able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10. Taken in by Chase, left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
It's a gain of 6.
Third and short, it's Burrow. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
First down. First and 10 at the 41.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Complete out to the right side. He has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. Second and 6 coming up here. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the Bengals.
Burrow to the air now. Completed over the middle. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
And first carry now, Rashawn Smith. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
First down. First and 10.
2 set of downs for him from the 31. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone now. Looking, push out, Burrow lost it. And they scoop it up, time to push for the line. All right, right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and that is T. Higgins, who's shaken up and receiving some assistance. Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is 2nd and long. Burrow from the gun. Middle of the field, and he's got Chase. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and long for him here. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Looking to throw. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The Bills set to take over offensively. They came into this game on a 5-game win streak and currently in control of what could be a 6th straight victory. Allen setting up play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone, Brock, and unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Yeah, usually why you see coordinators call runs. Try to give yourself a little bit more room, so if you want to take a risk on 3rd down and it backfires, it doesn't backfire in 2 points, but let's give some credit to that defense. That's a big play, a momentum turner in the game.
Begins his return at the 16. He dodged the tackle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That one now on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do. Trailing here in the 4th. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Design quarterback run here. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
At the 18-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Third down and 6 yards.
Throw here, 3rd down. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they come back after the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
Yeah, it's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates as you've given up 2 points on offense. So, yeah, the last thing they want to do is do that again and instead turn this momentum around.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen. Right back to Shakir, and this is caught. And on 1st down, only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
A 4-yard gain.
The Bills with a punt team out there. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Jordan Hancock. And the Bills have some new life in the 4th.
Not just a bad decision, Franklin. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Buffalo offense to the line. There's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. I'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He brings it in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
That's good for a Bills.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket. They're going to try for the touchdown first here. Goal to go. Now it's Cook. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Bills jumped in front now by 5.
Bengals 15.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Boswell set to kick off.
Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the keeper, it's Burrow. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket now. They've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Burrow back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Trying to push this past the marker. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and now they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Now we're gonna have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're gonna go out to look at him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Back to throw it. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bills leading by 5. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he drives this one skyward, hoping to drop it near the goal line. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
4 yards.
He is to throw. This finds Austin, complete. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Hits him on the in route. And they make the tackle at the 38. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
13 more yards.
Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the Bills' 45-yard
They
line.
look to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run it from the gun. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Finds his back, complete. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Now to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. He's got it in the end zone, but he can't get the feet down. Oh, that throw just took him a little bit too far, Brock. That's going to be incomplete. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
The offense and Burrow come into line, looking to tack on 2 more.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Play action now with Allen. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st down throw for Allen. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And Allen will hold on to this. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, 55 yards out. That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And that miss extinguishes the last chance they had in this game.
The obvious disclaimer right here, Kate. Let's make sure the kicker doesn't, well, take the whole blame for this loss. Because, yes, it was a game-tying kick, but this team's performance and missed opportunities throughout, there are a lot of guys going to watch this tape and say to that kicker, I could have done more.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports with my partner in the booth, Brock Heward.